Welcome to the first Inventa Insights of 2023. I think this is going to be a very exciting year, not only for the Inventa Group and our companies, but for the metals and commodity space. Already we've seen Goldman Sachs head of commodities, Jeff Curry, come out and say that this is going to be the year for commodities. But over the holiday break, what we've seen is an increased focus in really exposing the supply chain. And one of the most interesting things that I saw in the end of 2022 was on the Joe Rogan podcast, which has one of the world's largest audiences, was basically a whole expose on the supply chain of cobalt, which is so important for our phones, electric vehicles, basically our way of life. So, for commodities to see this type of focus already in the end of 2022, I think it just brings light to the overall space. And I think that the predictions that metals and the supply chain and commodities will be the focus for this year, I think are dead on. So as part of that, our group at Inventa has been working tirelessly over the past year really to secure some of the best projects, the best investments in the space. And we're very excited to bring these to investors, particularly Vizsla Silver. We had an incredible year with Vizsla Silver, where we had the world's largest silver exploration program. And it was on new discoveries that we've made recently at the Panuco district, and really thrilling. We put out a maiden resource in March of 2022. In a few short weeks, we expect to see the follow-up resource, our second resource for Vizsla Silver. So a very exciting time. What I think is one of the world's largest silver deposits in the making. We're very excited to move that forward into production. So thrilling year for Vizsla, and I think 2023 is going to be very exciting. But in addition to the success we had at Vizsla, drilling and making new discoveries and growing a resource, the team here at Inventa, which is an incredible team, has done an excellent job of securing the third largest land package for nickel sulfides in Sudbury, in Archer Exploration. And in addition to that land package, we also have the, I believe it's going to be a world-class nickel deposit called the Grasset deposit. So this is all new for 2023 in Archer Exploration, traded on the CSC. We also acquired the Wood Jam, a very large porphyry district in British Columbia, the Wood Jam project, and merged with Consolidated Wood Jam in our Vizsla Copper, which was a spin out of Vizsla Silver. And I think it's, the team there previously at Consolidated Wood Jam has done an incredible job. They had a major investment from Goldfields historically on the project, but in modern times, it hasn't had a huge amount of exploration dollars put into it. And I think by bringing the two teams together under the Vizsla Copper banner, we're going to have an excellent year, a very exciting year of new copper discoveries in our copper vehicle, Vizsla Copper. So that's traded on the TSXV under VCU. Another project and company that I'm thrilled about is Tin One. Tin One, over 2022, we really started to drill off a major deposit in Australia at the Great Pyramid Project. But in addition to that, we have 3 of the 7 major tin districts in Australia in the company Tin One. And tin is just of course, we all know how important silver and nickel and copper is to the electrification of the world. Tin is indispensable for this. Tin is in everything that's electric, essentially. And the world really doesn't have enough tin. It's a very, very tight market. And we are rapidly growing a deposit there at Great Pyramid. But the exploration upside alone at Tin One is huge, and it's a $6 million market cap company. It's a very cheap company that has a huge amount of upside, and that's one that I'm thrilled about for 2023. And in addition to that, at the end of 2022, end of this last year, we were able to acquire in a company called Targa Exploration some very prospective exploration ground for lithium in Canada, in Quebec and Manitoba. And, really our focus here at Inventa is to provide the elements that the world needs. And we're thrilled to be covering these metals that are so important for electrification, and lithium is obviously very, very important to electric vehicles, and the demand for lithium is very high. The price is high right now, and we think that we have some of the best exploration ground in Canada for lithium. This is a brand new company. It's hasn't really come out yet, but that's one that we're very excited for 2023. Now, in addition to this, our companies I've just talked about, of course, our portfolio of gold investments has been doing very well. It's been moving along, steadily progressing. So Golden Shields in Guyana, Gold Bull in Nevada, Tarachi, of course, in Mexico, and Heliostar as well. So, these are companies, and including Outback Gold, these are all companies that have massive leverage to the gold price. And so, the way that I like to look at Inventa and the way that we look at Inventa is that this is really, in a sense, almost like a basket of projects and companies that you can invest in. You can pick the ones you like or buy them all. But really what it is exposure to what we think are the most important metals, backed by some of the best teams in the world, and really supported by Inventa Capital's excellent team and access to capital. So, we've spent the last couple of years really growing Inventa, building this foundation. Now is the time for these companies to really succeed, and I'm thrilled, to read what Jeff Curry talks about, and to think that we're in what is a long-term, cyclical bull market for metals and commodities, and I think that this year really is going to be a thrilling one for all of us and our companies. So we thank our shareholders for their support. We thank all the communities that we work in across the companies for the support and the alignment with those communities. So thank you very much for listening. I look forward to connecting with you soon here.